All in Sports Network. We love sports.
You wanted Sydney Colson gone.
How'd I know?
And you got your wish.
I knew you were going to do that.
Blame you.
Man, I never wished something like that on anyone ever. That was, and to have it caught on film the way it was, that was a really, really rough injury. And she has been on my heart, and I definitely am wishing her well. That I can't even imagine. But
we've gone that road down that road with Liam, and Liam got to talk about his the other day because Colts cornerback, rookie cornerback, had ACL.
Yuck. No, that is not what I was thinking at all. But I mean,
as an 11-year vet,
I think she's probably
done.
She's probably done, and then I don't know that that's a bad thing. Like, I think it was like.
But you always want to go out on your terms, and just most people don't get to.
If she was still 11 playing, then how's that not her terms?
I know, but you want to know you want to say when to call it quits, not have
you want to have control.
Yeah, of course. Gotcha. As an athlete, I mean, you're not right.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I'm Kevin. This is my wife, Alexis. We are happy to present All Indiana Sports as part of the All In Sports and Rogue Media Sports Networks.
Yes, welcome back in. The last two games were the worst of times and the best of times. But the question still is in the balances. When will Caitlin Clark ever return? Let's go all in.
It's very dramatic. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at All Indiana Sports, or on Twitter at All Indy Sports, as we discuss the fever loss Sydney Colson to the ACL and Ari McDonald for the rest of the season with a broken foot.
I didn't even know that happened.
Both against the Mercury.
Did she continue to play on it?
So we watched it a little bit later because this West Coast thing really messes with us. But, we watched a little bit later, and so I had seen that these injuries had happened. I didn't see the scores, thankfully, but I had seen those things that happened, and so I was kind of watching for it.
Yeah.
And there seemed to be a time, nothing major, not like she stepped on anybody's foot, anybody stepped on her foot, just kind of landed wrong, and she was kind of hobbling around a little bit.
Yeah.
But played through, and but
that's not like she played on her broken foot.
Yeah. It's a little bit easier to do that than
ACL. I know, but I'm like, I didn't even know that it happened. So shout out to her.
In that game, again, only one player decided to actually show up and do much. Sophie Cunningham was on fire in her old arena.
Yeah, she
going
was.
5 for 8 from deep for 18 points.
Love to watch her chirp back. That was so much fun. And her black eye, like she had a rough game.
Yeah. She was giving it to the crowd. She was not taking it from DeWanna Bonner. Kelsey Mitchell didn't join in her double figures until late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I wish she would have shown up a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
That's kind of how the whole game was, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a rough game.
Yeah. Leah Boston had 9 rebounds, but only 4 points.
Yeah. I don't know. Like they just didn't show up, and I definitely understand like the whole. I mean, when did Sydney go out?
Oh, it was in the.
Was it the first quarter?
First quarter, I think.
I was going to say that messes up your whole entire game when that big of an injury happens. That's scary as a player, and that kind of reality kind of goes, "Whew, okay, well." That really can mess with you, especially if she was the vibes that everybody says she was. Everybody loved this girl a lot. I can't imagine that would be really kind of distraught to be able to play through that. Yeah. So
the Fever ended up scoring their lowest total of the season. Can't win many games like that.
No, you can't. Not even with all the practice in the world.
Yep. Open goal rebounder and goal setup is perfect for you. Click the link in the description for more. The Fever rebounded right back against the Sky, continuing to dominate the Windy City team for the last several meetings.
Yeah.
They only played with 9 players because of the injuries. Alexi Hall was back in the starting lineup.
Yeah, she was. That was a lot of fun to see her play a little bit more, and she was leading in a different way in this game, and I love to see her presence just a little bit more on the court and her leadership. So that was a lot of fun to watch.
She'd been not doing so hot, so she had a breakthrough game with 17 points, 4 of 6 from 3, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Normally, I don't mention these other categories if they're not
but that was a big game.
I recognize that she kind of set the tone early with her aggressive play and her willingness to do the extra things.
She and Sophie both did,
and that they showed up to the points coming later in the game.
Yeah, and I think that their energy that they brought as a whole, that will really get a team going. Like, if you can get them going early that way, that was a lot of, and what I thought was so awesome about this game is they lost the game previously, pretty handily.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So they come into this game, right? And
down with 0 point guards, 0 effective point guards.
Right. But what have we talked about?
Well, yes, there was a thing about Rick Pitino said
Let's
that
talk about this for a minute.
Point guard has died, and
I agree with him.
The point guard position doesn't matter anymore.
I agree with him.
I think Rick Pitino is crazy in his old age and out of touch.
No, I think he's right. I think it's a wise thing to say. Here's my reasoning. If you want to hear my reasoning, you ready? You ready for my reasoning?
So you're going to argue against Halliburton at this point. I feel like, and that's a touchy subject in Indiana. But
no. What I think is, that there are some still true, points up. Like, there are definitely
past first point guards.
Yes, absolutely. Here's the thing, though. This generation that is being raised up as new athletes have trained completely different than all other athletes. They have worked harder as a whole, a utility type of player, because that's what coaches, that's what recruiters, that's what all of the people have been like. If you do this, then you will get noticed. If you train in several different ways, that's why when we see Bibby out there, she has been trained in a lot of different areas, even as someone who's tall. Normally, you would imagine a post position, right? But she's been trained in a lot of different ways. So,
speaking of which, Kelsey Mitchell was back leading the team with 26 points, and she added 8 assists. Her passing has really ratcheted.
She's had to.
Yeah.
She's had to be that person to facilitate those plays.
Yeah.
So
Sophie Cunningham and Aaliyah Boston rounded out the double-digit scores with 17 and 15. Natasha crashed the boards with 10 rebounds. If you want your baby to crash in a good way, Joi Baby sleep sacks are perfect for you. Click the link in the description for more. Exactly.
I tried to give you one earlier and you missed it.
I know.
But it's okay.
It's
okay.
But the defense, there's so much zone defense. They really changed it up with the point guard position out.
Oh, can I? You're talking about defense. Do you remember who I was really, really impressed with?
And
it may have been the Mercury game.
Okay.
Timpson?
Yeah. Okay.
Was it when I was super impressed?
Timpson came in, got 2 rebounds in this game, right away.
Well, I can't remember which game it was, but I am very, very impressed with Timpson. I think that she was a really good addition with her height and things, but she's really a very, very smart player. Yep. I singled out and just watched her for several plays in a row, and just to kind of watch her mannerisms, and you could almost see her wheels turn as she's playing, and she is just a phenomenally smart basketball player. So I was really impressed by watching her. I will say this, that I was kind of thinking through and going, okay, some of the stats and stat lines don't always jump out, right? For players like Damaris Dantes or Timpson. But presence is also big.
It's so much of this game really brought out the fact of it's not how much you score or make baskets, it's the timing. Damaris Dantes and her turnaround leg floater.
Definitely.
That she hit a couple times. So so
It's kind of her
monumental in
move.
changing
Yeah.
the trajectory. Because
Yeah.
let's face it was pretty close for a
Yeah,
good
it was.
quarter and a half.
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding?
Like,
Are you kidding
It was
me?
even close in at halftime. Now, I have to go back and point out Natasha Howard halftime half-court shot in the Mercury game. That was pretty awesome.
I love that. That was
you don't expect it from her, but
wasn't she pretty? I mean, like, didn't she have some really incredible blocks in that game against the Sky?
Yeah.
I mean, she really played big, but I don't know if you're gonna.
Well, even Natasha, like, she only had like 7 points, I think, but
her presence was absolutely
And
known. Yes,
they may hit a little low, but or miss some shots, but man, they seem to click in and lock in when the time is right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where it's coming from. Again, team-oriented Indiana shape basketball. Love it. All comes from training. Farmhounds is perfect for training your puppies with healthy treats. That's what we love at Country Mountain Dogs. Click the link in the description for more. Really, the difference. You know I love this.
Okay, go for it. I'm ready.
The difference maker to me, free throws. I always says coaching, they are free throws. They only cost you if you miss them. And it's true. It's true. The Fever were 15 of 19, lower percentage than the Sky, but the Sky only had 4 total, and they made 3 of them. So when you get to the line more, you're probably going to win the game.
Yeah, that's probably, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's also you score more points than the other team, that will win. And when you get to the line more, you're more, they're free throws.
Yeah.
They only cost you if you miss them.
And if you can do them when you're tired, it's even better.
Very important.
Right?
Very important.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's talk about who they picked up.
I know.
I'm ready. Go for it. Let's talk about it.
Sporting
you did it.
I did.
Why didn't you tell me I would have worn Baylor stuff?
Well, because, you always get after me for theming.
No, but I would have themed with you. I would have themed with you on this one.
It was announced that the Fever will pick up former Baylor player Odyssey Sims on a hardship contract because they got so little amount of players.
Wow. I wonder if they'll pick up somebody else after that.
It could be. They do have room. I think you can have up to 12 players. Okay. And they now are at 10.
With Odyssey?
Healthy.
With Odyssey?
With Odyssey.
Okay.
They're at 10. If Caitlin comes back, there's still only 11.
Okay.
So there's possibility. She has versatility, Odyssey Sims, and experience at both point and shooting guard, and has played in 12 playoff games in her 11 seasons in the league. So
while I hear that, I'm interested to see what they saw in her. I've been impressed with Bibby. I was impressed with Aerie. I definitely see who they're pulling at Timpson. I'm impressed with who they're pulling in, but I'm kind of I don't know. We'll see. I'll be interested.
You bring in it changes the dynamic.
Yes, it changes the dynamic, but I'm also I'm not really I'm not impressed yet.
Well,
so I want to see, because I think Stephanie actually does a really good job about bringing people in that fit well with the team. So
yeah, well, we will find out that. But that's it for today. The Fever will continue at home against the Wings and Mystics this week before heading to Connecticut next Sunday. Wouldn't it be funny if Caitlin was back for that matchup against Marina Mayberry? Liam and I will also be back to break down the Packers' joint practice and preseason game. Will Anthony Richardson's finger go sideways, or will it be his season or his whole career?
This is Alexis.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to stay all Indiana.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.